Gentlemen, the map on this final for the Skyzo Cup 7 is Daybreak. The matchup is Terran versus Zerg.
Here we go, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Daybreak. Our red Zerg is Killing Spree's Jig.
The Jig is up. He is no doubt thinking in his mind he wants to say when he's on the cusp of winning, on the precipice of victory, and his opponent in the opposite corner
is our blue Terran,
AlexCMoi.
I thought you were gonna make a really bad joke.
I tried, but how
no, listen. When you were like, oh, and Jig's gonna be on the stage, he's gonna be like, AlexCMoi.
That's so bad.
No, I thought you were gonna say that.
You know what? Let's just from now on let me handle the jokes.
You can handle all the jokes.
So,
I won't say anything.
AlexCMoi, little fun fact: we saw this guy play at WTG, and some of the people who were watching the cast who happened to be French. They were saying, you know, it's actually CMoi. We were like CMoi or something. I don't even know.
That was terrible.
We're pretty dumb, yeah. But it's AlexCMoi, and in French that means I am Alex. So he is from the I am clan, I guess.
I am clan.
But somebody in chat is asking, how much does the winner get? The prize pool was mentioned on Team Liquid, but it was flexible depending on the turnout. But I think the winner is going to get close to or around the 200 mark.
Yep.
The second place is going to get around the 100 mark. And the third place is going to get around the 30-40 mark. So really good prize pool. Yep, somebody in chat is calling me out. C'est moi is me. So Alex is me. I think I'm getting it right. Am I not?
I believe Tristan. He seems like a smart
Well,
man.
it's probably not like literally that, but that's what it means.
Yeah.
Like AlexCMoi. That just means
home.
I am Alex.
Go home, Tristan.
Does it not? Does it not?
All right, so we see this
Tristan,
game here.
say Deloitte. That's an inside joke.
Can he not say it?
No, he didn't know how to say it.
That's funny.
That was pretty.
Haha, Tristan.
So take that. He's like, I thought it was French, so he was like saying it weird. So take that, Tristan.
Anyways, in here we can see, you know, for KsJig, we saw him in the first set of games where he's playing against AlexCMoi, and he went very aggressive. You remember the Baneling, the huge Baneling bust that he did.
Mm-hmm.
The lot of damage
devastating,
there. And
devastating.
he was able to hide his Zergling, so very nice mind games there from KsJig. Interesting to see what he's going to be doing for this matchup. He did drop. Okay, so Jig was also the WCS final, so AlexCMoi beat him there.
Wow.
So this is like
in NASL Season 3?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Cool.
So these players obviously know a lot of each other, and especially when you're from the same region, I'm sure you face off plenty of times. The Expo 4 Jig is up. That wasn't planned. That was not planned. But the Expo for AlexCMoi has finally been completed as well. Apparently our audio is cutting out, so...
Where did you turn this to?
It's me.
Did you turn
it?
Did you,
Thank
did
you
you
so
turn,
much.
Did you turn this to 1? Turn it back to what it was.
Okay.
Is that what
How's
it was?
that, guys? Just let us know if the mic is better. This is what it was before, so hopefully we fixed it. So 2-base Zerg with spawning pool queens already in production. CC is turning into orbitals, 2 orbitals nonetheless, and a bunker at the front with a factory. So this is the typical Terran play versus Zerg. We're probably going to see a bunch of Hellions in production, maybe followed up with some Banshees, just to keep the Zerg from econing as fast as he possibly can, which is something that Terrans need to do in order to get to an army that they can face off fairly.
And you can see this SCV here already at the third base, getting ready to block it if a drone decides to mosey on down and create another hatchery. Sorry, we can see the double gas being taken at the 5-minute mark. So, you know,
This is gross.
Gas is gross, isn't it? It's like an intestine.
Yeah.
That's basically what.
This SCV is going to come down and get shot by that queen. It's not going to have much time. This Overlord is checking the back of the base, and now the third goal. 4
I like the queen play.
Why 4 queens, though? This is going to be some mad... Oh, he's going to try to block the front ramp. This is one of those hard maps to block entrances, though, because the front choke is so massive. He's going to have to put in a couple evolution chambers just to help that choke bit smaller.
Yeah, with the 4 queens, 1 evo chamber should be enough with the other 2 queens blocking it. And, you know, getting those early queens is never a bad thing. You have more energy to lay down creep trimmers. You have some range attacks to be able to take out any sort of Hellion or even early
Banshees.
Early Marine aggression, Banshees for sure. And you can see right now the reactor is on the fracture, so Hellion's going to be coming out. Nice lair timing there, also getting the more gas too. A lot of gas in this play. What do you think?
I think he should have got the Imodium. So
What?
the queens staying sentry over the hatches, injecting larvae and producing plenty of economy. So still no army coming out for Jig. Still happy to get his economy up as fast as he can. A couple of Hellions are moving out across the map, taking the Xel'Naga Tower for sight, and now moving closer and closer. Perhaps the Overlord down here will spot these, but maybe not. No, I don't believe that he did get sight of this. So these two Hellions are probably just going to poke in and out, or maybe just wait to reconnoiter with the rest of their group. They are going to notice the third base. They're not going to be able to do enough DPS to outdo the growing regen, but at least he knows that they exist. And now these two queens slightly out of position do take a lot of shots on those Hellions. The Hellions get a scout, notice the three queens, notice the little bit of a choke, and don't want to commit any farther.
And you can see they can't just get past that W, but we see the two upgrades for the Ling, melee attack, and the carapace going down. With all the amount of gas being produced, you know, he has a Roach one coming, but that's just for extra defense. I think we're going to see some muta play on this map.
Oh, you think so? So the upgrades do look like they're sticking with the melee, though. So he is getting his carapace and he is getting his level 1 for melee, and also getting that's Roach speed, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember because the icons look different. And Reddit somebody pointed it out. The thin claws are for burrow, but they look like they should be for speed, and the thick claws are for speed, but they look like they should be for burrow.
Burrow. Oh, okay. You mean
you know what I'm
moving
saying?
on? Okay, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So at any rate, Spine Crawler is going up at the front base, and these Hellions now are retreating back to their own Xel'Naga Tower. So with one Spine Crawler and a couple queens at the front and that choke, it's going to be hard to get any Hellions in there to do any sort of aggression.
And that's really unfortunate for AlexCMoi because he wanted to do some damage. He wanted to kind of let the what's I'm saying. Oh, Overseer looks different. But he wanted to you know, reduce the amount of drones that the Zerg would make. And with those Hellions going in and not doing much at all, Zerg is freely droning up. He is going to be pressuring in a different way, though. He's going to be pressuring in more of an economy way. He's grabbing his third base as well. So it's going to be, Zerg definitely doesn't want that either. So we'll see if there is any sort of aggression coming out from Jig.
So now we see armies coming up for both of our players. It looks like AlexCMoi is transitioning into a Bioforce, is getting his level 1 weapons and armor for Marines. And there is a big Roach army with more coming, more being gestated. So this Roach army might catch AlexCMoi a little bit off guard. He did invest a lot into those Hellions that did absolutely nothing, which might actually find a chance to sneak in with the Roaches outside of the base, but no, the Roaches just in time are going to be able to take down 3 Hellions so quickly, and these Hellions have to retreat, losing 300 minerals for nothing, really.
Yep, and now the Roaches are going to continue their push, only seeing Hellions to defend, going to be actually moving straight up the ramp into the natural of the Terran player. KsJig isn't complete yet, although he does have a bunch of Marines. No bunkers just yet to these Marines. Oh, and perfect time on that bunker actually finishes. SPs are going to be pulled, Stim is done, and he's really just going to pressure here. Throwing away these Roaches isn't going to hurt him too much. It's going to see how much damage he can actually do. And these Roaches are just so strong, the extra carapace upgrade. And now look at all the SPs going to be turning around on those Roaches. And there was some nice damage there, actually.
Very
losing 4 workers, though, so not too bad.
Losing 4 workers, but really pushing that Roach army as deep as he can, is also securing the 4th base. And Songers, you were right, there is a Spire on the field. 44 Lings in production,
52.
So this 52 now, so this small group of Marines and Hellion and Tank are going to have their work cut out for them. They're going to have to be shooting like bosses trying to get rid of this entire army. Still, these Roaches are being as annoying as possible, actually trying to make this army get out of position. If they are able to hold off this advance long enough, then they'll be able to keep the army at the 3rd base while the Zerglings maybe skirt in through the main. No, actually deciding to group up near the 4th base of AlexCMoi.
Yeah, but you can just look at that Roach pressure. It was able to buy him time, buy Jig some time to get that 4th base up. And now with the now we have a Baleen that's coming out, we have the Spire to complete speed, and he's gonna have +2 on his weapons, his melee attack and his carapace for his Lings. So now he's just gonna buy himself more time to wait for these mutas to come down, harass him more, tech up the higher tech, get his hive tech out, Brood Lords, Ultras, you name it.
And now these Lings are being split up, and there's enough of them to look like an army on their own, but that is just 2 armies, my friends. The choke would have been nice to fight him, but he's deciding to run away with a cushion of Zergling claws behind them, and now it's making a stand at the front. Look at the number of Lings pushing in. Fire is incredible. Too many units on the screen to even know what's going on, and the Zerglings actually run away. No, decide to come back and kill one more Marauder, decide to finish the job pushing in, and now these might be the end times for the Marines, even opening up the door for more Marines to come down through the ramp, and they're trying to shoot down as many Lings as they possibly can up the ramp. They have a good choke to attack as much in a favorable, efficient manner, but There was a lot of damage done at the front of
Look
that
at
map.
that, just rallying more and more in. Now we have Mutas in production, and look at Jig. Jig is the Zergling master. Although there was a drop, we did miss it, but here we are doing some extra damage in the back here. Actually, all the drones have been pulled already, so but the Zerglings are just doing so much damage at the front of the base for AlexCMoi.
This is some intense high-level play. Drops at the front, or drops at the main base, run-bys at the front of the Terran base. This is some intense back-and-forth action, and really, it's still anybody's game. Still 60 SCVs for AlexCMoi, 61, and only 53 drones for Jig. So the economy advantage still stands with our Terran player, and now these Mutalisks have been revealed, and they will take out this Medevac. Medevac is trying to, note just the AI is pushing him away from those glaives, but now the Muta-Ling combination is going to be pushing forward, trying to buy as much time until the Banlean centrifugal hooks finish, and now Infestor Tech on its way.
Exactly. You can see at the top of the screen, if you haven't seen it before, GameHeart UI shows you the upgrades that both players have. Zerg is at +2 melee and +2, and here comes a huge surround here from the Zerg army. Going to get everything surrounded. Zerg ripping that Terran army apart. Muta's doing great work in the air. Medevac going down, and there goes that Terran army.
And now that Terran army, now that it's gone, there's going to be very little to defend it again. Only one siege in the front, and that siege tank goes down very quickly. The Mutas come in to do mop-up as well. There's absolutely no army left, just a couple of Marines to stand guard, and they can't do enough to stem the tide of this Zerg onslaught. The Muta-Ling harassment is just too much, and AlexCMoi just doesn't have enough to defend against it. And wisely, Jig is even transitioning even beyond this point to an even more devastating attack with Baneleans included in this composition, perhaps. So, but these Lings and Mutas might be enough to finish it.
The pressure is just so much. Jig is just so aggressive with his army. He's using it so well. You can see that AlexCMoi basically never had a break. Now going after both of the upgrades, putting the Terran further and further behind, and you can just see the swarm is swarming.
The swarm. Fear the swarm. Fear the heart of the swarm, which is in your base. And now the Zerglings are just going to be content to A-move through the space and like locusts ravage all of these buildings. And moving away wisely from that high hill and deciding to go after the third base, which has still been mining happily this entire time. All of these SCVs now being rallied to one position, can't get away from this many Lings. It looks like it's just a matter of time before they get mopped up, and every SCV dies, not a single one survives.
Could not get away with that Marine ball coming down, but just a little too late. All the workers already dead. Look how many Zerglings are right there. They might even just morph into Manor Banelings right now, but nice surround once again. Marine's trying to start a step back, but getting surrounded, can't go anywhere, and AlexCMoi calls the
GG. That means AlexCMoi has but one life left. He's given so many, but he only has one more to give, and Jig only has to win one more to win the first place prize.